Hello, hello, hello! My name is Chinny and welcome to this slightly different video about Snooker 19. About a month ago we had the Virtual World Champion Snooker 19 tournament, and it was officially held by Betfred, and since then it has taken a little while, but we've collated the best shots of the tournament. This is of all the matches all the way through to the final, and there's some cracking shots, but the problem is there's too many. So what I've decided to do, and the person who has helped me massively, I will shout that person out a little bit later, what we decided to do is put it out to a vote. So in this video is going to be 50 clips, so it's quite a lengthy video, and I'm going to talk you through all of them. And there's going to be a number assigned to each of the clips, and then in the description, and I'll pin it to the top comment as well, is a link to a Google form, and you just put in your 3 best shots. So really pay attention to the number that your shot is, and whatever you think is the best shot you can vote for. I was going to make a top 10 of my favourite shots, but to be honest it's too difficult to do, so I decided to put all the labour onto you guys. So by now you would have seen the best snooker video shots, the best sort of flukes and all that sort of stuff, but this includes some of those, but also a bunch of new shots that you haven't seen before. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing the results. And massive shout out to Mr. Dino, because he is the driving force behind this. He's the one who put all the clips together, so shout out to him. He does have a YouTube channel, so check it out and subscribe and go over there. But here we go, the 50 most best shots of the tournament. Let's have a look. So the first shot is by Halborn against myself. As much as it pains me to relive this match, I have to relive this shot because it is a cracking shot. One loose red on the bottom of the pack, only red that he's going for, and he hits it beautifully. There it goes. Just to mention as well, didn't mention this in the intro, but all of these shots are picked at random. I haven't prioritized them at all. They're all sort of jumbled around, so any shot could be next. And next up is Virtuoso Reloaded shot. And this is a really tricky cutback. This was against J. Page Martin, first round match, and he has to continue the break here. He's on a 51 break, so he's not guaranteed to win the frame at the moment. And just a really, really tough thin cut into the corner pocket. And there it is. Number 3 is a shot by Halborn again, against me again. This is just a fantastic snooker. Didn't think that I would be snookered after this one, but it's a touching ball on the bottom of the pack, and he plays it off, I think, 3 cushions to get it right behind the green and put me in trouble. So as much as I hate you, Lee, I have mad respect for this snooker. Shot number 4 is this fantastic snooker behind the pink off the green. This is by Virtuoso Reloaded again. Just played the weight perfectly there to get the snooker. Number 5 is Virtuoso Reloaded again, and this, well, he does this against Rainy Lamb, and as we'll see further on, that this is a Rainy Lamb specialty, is to play a long red and go right into the pack. But Virtuoso here gives Rainy Lamb a little bit of his own medicine, and what a great, brave shot this is. In it goes. Number 6 here, and this is Rainy Lamb, where he has to play a drag shot just to snooker Halborn right behind this pink on the cushion. Very, very tricky shot, very easy to mess up. And when you watch this here, Rainy Lamb plays this beautifully. There you go. Number 7, a very, very long cut back red. Doesn't look tricky on the surface, maybe not too tricky in the club, but trust me, on Snooker 19, with the pressure of a tournament, Virtuoso Reloaded here did a fantastic shot, and also pots it with a lot of power. Almost goes enough, but manages to hit the jaw of the pocket. Shot number 8 is by Maditude, and another snooker here, just a long roll up to the yellow, and I'm pretty sure, it's difficult to tell, but I'm pretty sure he hits the yellow twice here, just to make sure, I guess. But yeah, really, really tricky to do. You only have to miss the power bar by a little bit, and then you're in trouble. Shot number 9 is another one by Rainy Lamb, and this is a cracker of a shot to keep the century going. He has to play a very, very tough red, cut back into the top right corner pocket, and he does. Shot number 10 is one by Matitude. Very, very close frame here against Captain Goodspeed, and every point counts, and he plays off the brown beautifully here to get a snooker behind the pink. Shot number 11 is a very simple shot, but not easy to pull off. It's by Matitude, and it's a pack split from the blue, and he just gets on a couple of nice reds beautifully from the shot. Shot number 12 is from Halborn against Rainy Lamb, and it's just this small flick off the pack and sends the cue ball up and down the table and behind the green. Nice snooker. Shot number 13 is one by Tommy Triangle, and it's a very, very thin cut. You just whacks it in, no problem. Shot number 14 is also Tommy Triangle. To keep the match alive, to get back into the match, in fact, he plays this fantastic red down the cushion and wallops it in, doesn't even rattle, in it goes. Shot number 15 is by Sperrin 147, and it's this really, really tricky red along the bottom cush. Not easy to do, and also not easy to do with a little bit of pressure of being in the tournament and sealing the frame, and he does so. Shot 16 here, and this is by Captain Goodspeed himself. He just flicks off the brown to get a lovely snooker behind the pink. Shot 17 by Gio Matrico, and it's just a very, very simple shot, but not easy to pull off all the time, especially at the pace that he plays it at. 2 cushions into the pack. Lovely shot to develop a couple of reds. Shot number 18 is from Halborn, and it's just a very, very thin cut off the yellow and gets a snooker behind the brown against Welsh Boone. Shot number 19 is the same match, but Halborn getting out of a very similar snooker, and he just does so by a very, very long swerve, and he just hits the yellow very thin and leaves it safe on the top cush. Really, really tricky to do. Shot 20 is by Matitude, and it is a really hard snooker to do with only 3 balls on the table, but he manages to do so, and he plays a fantastic snooker behind the black. Shot 21 is a snooker escape from Matitude again, and it's really, really difficult on this layer of reds to not leave one on, and he does so by playing 3 cushions, and he just flicks off the red on the bottom cush, leaving it on there and leaving very little for the other player. Shot 22 is Rainy Lamb himself, and the shot itself isn't particularly difficult, but the position to get on the next colour, which is the yellow in this case, is super, super difficult. To play a middle shot like this at this pace and get on this yellow, very, very tricky indeed. Shot 23 is by Sperrin, and it's just a lovely little snooker off the red and behind the yellow. Really, really difficult to do, and just a very tough snooker to get out of for Welsh Boone. Fantastic shot. Shot 24 is by Matitude again, and it's along the bottom cushion just to keep the break sort of alive. He's on a very early break, and he needs to win this match, so this cushion shot was a big deal and a lot of pressure. Shot 25 is a shot by Halborn against myself again, and it's a black to go into the pack of reds, and he plays it at an unbelievable pace and develops all the reds and pretty much wins the frame from there. I can't believe how that black went in at that pace. Shot 26 is a snooker escape from Matitude again. Good at his escapes on the snooker. This is against Captain Goodspeed. Very tricky again to not leave one on this pack. All the reds are quite spread out towards the bottom of the table, so to not leave a red after this snooker is really, really difficult, and he judges this well. Shot 27 is by Rainy Lamb, and he needed pretty much up to the pink to win this frame. He's a little bit behind, so he wants to develop all the colours he can, and he has to go green to brown, but he does this fantastic position of shot to flick the pink into play, and he even gets on the brown as a bonus. Fantastic shot. Number 28 is a shot by Rainy Lamb again, and this is Rainy Lamb's signature shot. A long red, even though this one's not too long, and he develops all the reds in one shot. Really, really brave shot, but he does it so well, and this is a great example of it. Shot 29 is by Binny Boy, and it's a very, very nice little snooker that he plays off the green, off the cushion, to get right behind the pink. Very tricky snooker to get out of as well. A lot of felt between the balls. Shot 30 is by Gio Matrico. Just a nice flick off the reds, and he just ends up right behind the brown. Shot 31 is by Tommy Triangle, and it's these two reds very, very close to each other. I wasn't even sure that this red could go when I was looking at this shot, and he plays it with such confidence, such power, and it flies in. Shot 32 is me, and it's very odd putting myself in this list, but these clips were picked by Mr. Dino, and he insisted that I should put this one in, and it's my nice little flick off the red, and I play it behind the brown to get pretty much a full ball snooker against Halborn. Shot 33 is Rainy Lamb again, and remember that Rainy Lamb classic shot where he plays a long red and goes right into the pack. This is how he wins frames, is this very shot, and another awesome example of it. Here we have shot 34, another Rainy Lamb shot, and this long pink down the rail is the shot not of the frame, not of the match, but of the whole tournament, and he plays it to perfection. Here we have shot 35, and this is a Captain Goodspeed special when he plays off the other side of the pack and right behind the brown. Fantastic weight, fantastic judgment on the angles, fantastic shot. Shot 36 is again Rainy Lamb, and this amazing thin cut, very long, very thin, shot to nothing, and he just gets it sweet as a nut. Shot 37 is another one by Rainy Lamb, and it's the long red pot split. Classic Rainy Lamb here, but he plays the long red beautifully and goes into the pack and pretty much seals the deal. Shot 38 is Gio Matrico, and it's a very, very thin red into the middle. I wasn't even sure that it goes at first. After looking at that angle, you can tell that it goes, but to go for it, and also the pressure of keeping the break alive against Tommy, was a very tricky shot, and it just goes in so well. I can't believe that he got it in. Shot 39 is from Captain Goodspeed, and this is to win the frame and the match. This very thin brown at the top of the table needs it to go in, and plays it very well, makes it look too easy. Shot 40 is by Welshboon. Very, very tricky shot to do. Just hits the black and snookers Halborn behind the blue. Could have played this too hard, too soft, and there would have been no snooker, but he just hits it and judges the weight perfectly. Shot 41 is by J. Page Martin, and it's a thin red pot on the cushion. Really tricky, very difficult to do. A lot of pressure on this one because he needed to get back into the frame. You know, he's behind already, and he needed this red ball to go in, and it does. Shot 42 is by Captain Goodspeed. You couldn't see a lot of this brown, but you could see enough just to play off the paintwork of the ball, and he does so and gets a lovely snooker behind the black and the full length of the table just as a bonus as well. Shot 43 is by the one and only Rainy Lamb, and it's one hell of a black, cut back into the bottom left corner and smash into the pack. And he even plays it with a little bit of side just to make sure that the white stays up on that, just to make sure that the white doesn't go down to the bottom of the table as well. Shot 44 is J. Page Martin, and it's a break shot. Only break shot of the 50 shots, and he gets a fantastic snooker off the break right behind the green. Shot 45 is a swerve shot. He's snookered by Welsh Boone here. Yeah, he's snookered and he needs to get round the brown, and not only get round the brown, hit the yellow, and also not leave anything on. Very, very tricky to do, especially when you're playing Halborn, and he does so very well here. Shot 46 is Mr. Dino. A very simple shot, but he only has one red to go at from this black, and he plays a lovely reverse backspin on this white ball to get onto that loose red, and he plays it to perfection. Shot 47 is by Matitude, and this was pretty much to win the match, this snooker. So he flicks off the red on the side cushion and drops it lovely behind the pink, and this just sets up the whole match for him. Shot 48 is by Rainy Lamb again, and it's the last of our Rainy Lamb classics. Long red into the bottom corner, smash into the pack. And just a bonus, he screws it all the way back up to the table just for a bit of safety in case. Shot 49 is by Matitude, and it's just a lovely flick off the pack of reds just to get back into bulk and behind the green. Higgins has got some long extensions on that one. And our last but not least 50th shot is another Rainy Lamb shot, and it's a very, very long swerve red pot, pretty much the length of the table, and it goes in sweet as a nut. Well, there you go. That is it. There's a lot of shots there, so thank you for sticking with me. As I said, the link to the Google form is in the description and the top comment. You can vote on your best 3. There are some juicy ones in there. I know who I'm going to vote for, and no, it's not me. I only make one appearance, but there are definitely 2. I don't know what my third one would be that I'm going to vote for. I can't believe those shots that I'm going to vote for, but I'll reveal that in the next video. Please, honestly, I'm not sure if we get like 3 votes or if we're going to get 100 votes, but if you can get involved, that would be great, and I think it'd be some good content for Snooker 19. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, give it a like. If you aren't subscribed, make sure you do subscribe for more snooker video game content, especially Snooker 19. If you fancy playing me on Snooker 19, I do regular live streams. If you want to see me play in the Snooker 19 leagues, on the Discord leagues, I stream those as well, and on the sort of online tournament mode as well. So thank you so much, and I'll see you on the felt.